Following the announcement of the cheap Man City deal, 7 busts cost more than Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland is headed to Manchester City after the Premier League champions reached an agreement on a £51 million transfer, but as history demonstrates, big deals come with a significant danger of failure. Erling Haaland's signing has Manchester City supporters' hearts racing as the Premier League gets ready to welcome the hotshot Norwegian. After Borussia Dortmund's release clause on Haaland was met, the champions and the player reached a £51 million agreement. The 21-year-old is anticipated to agree to a 5-year deal worth £375,000 per week soon, matching Kevin De Bruyne's salary as the club's highest earning. Since transferring from Red Bull Salzburg to Dortmund in January 2020, Haaland has wowed the globe with 85 goals in 88 games. But if he completes his transfer to the Etihad Stadium, Haaland will unavoidably face greater pressure to maintain or even improve upon his performance in Germany. And City supporters will be hoping he will avoid following in the footsteps of previous players who have faltered under the pressure of their astronomical price tags. Mirror Football has examined 7 instances in which clubs have spent significant sums of money only to be let down. Kepa Arrizabalaga cost Chelsea £71 million. After Thibaut Courtois, a Belgian goalkeeper, was traded to Real Madrid toward the end of the 2018 summer transfer window, Chelsea knew they would have to pay a premium to replace him. And despite Athletic Bilbao's refusal to waive Kepa Arrizabalaga's £71 million release clause, the goalkeeper was one of their top targets. Kepa's 6-year contract with the Blues was signed as a result, forcing Marina Granvoskaya, the club's director, to move swiftly and complete the agreement. The Spain international's debut season at Stamford Bridge, though, was troubled by a number of careless mistakes, which were made worse by Frank Lampard's decision to bench him. In the end, Chelsea chose Edward Mendy in October 2020, therefore ending Kepa's reign as the top pick. The 28-year-old has clearly improved under Thomas Tuchel and served as a reliable backup while Mendy was away at the Africa Cup of Nations, but he is likely to leave Chelsea this summer as they anticipate suffering a significant loss on their initial investment. Nicolas Pepe cost Arsenal £72 million. The purchase of Nicolas Pepe from Lille is the best illustration yet of Arsenal's disastrous hiring policy. The Ivorian winger was sought after by some of Europe's top teams, including Napoli and Bayern Munich, after an excellent season in which he scored 22 goals in League One. Arsenal, though, believed they had the resources to outbid Lille and made an offer to match their asking price, which was more of a hands-off warning than anything else. Arsenal is still paying for their pricey error 3 years later because the contract was built up over multiple installments. Pepe has only sometimes displayed brilliance while playing at the Emirates Stadium, and under Mikel Arteta, he has spent the majority of his time on the sidelines. A return of 27 goals in 110 games has been disappointing for Arsenal's record signing. Romelu Lukaku cost Manchester United £75 million. Romelu Lukaku was expected to succeed at Manchester United, and there is a case to be made that his scoring record shows he wasn't a failure. However, the £75 million transfer was expected to return United to the top of the Premier League, and when it didn't, the Belgian was blamed. With 25 goals in one season in the Premier League, Lukaku had only left Everton and had already established himself as one of the most proficient attackers in the league. In 2017, United outbid Chelsea to sign him, and it seemed like a perfect fit for him to work under Jose Mourinho. But Lukaku was removed from the starting lineup due to injuries and a decline in form. Just 2 years after moving to Old Trafford, the striker left to join Inter Milan for a comparable fee because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did not view him as the man to lead his line when Mourinho was fired. Real Madrid pays Eden Hazard £88 million. Few could begrudge the Belgian the opportunity to play for his idol and the team he supported as a child, even though Chelsea fans were heartbroken to see their star player Eden Hazard depart after 7 years of enchantment at Stamford Bridge. Hazard moved on to his next chapter in Spain, earning the Blues a sizable sum that increased to £130 million when certain requirements were satisfied. At age 28, the winger's ability to continue where he left off in West London was crucial to the move. Instead, he reportedly arrived for pre-season overweight and had trouble adjusting to his new surroundings. Additionally, a persistent ankle ailment hampered his tenure at the Santiago Bernabeu. Madrid managed to function without Hazard, and as his pace slowed down, so did his playing time. A very gifted player who may look back on his choice to leave Madrid after missing more than half of the team's games during his 3 seasons there, he has also played very little in Madrid's journey to the Champions League final or La Liga title. Romelu Lukaku cost Chelsea £97.5 million. In August 2021, Lukaku left Inter Milan for Chelsea in a club record £97.5 million deal as Thomas Tuchel sought to address his striker issues. But if anything, the coming of the Belgian has made them worse. Lukaku's 2 goals against Wolves were his first Premier League goals since December, giving him just 14 goals overall. He has been criticized by Tuchel for not trying hard enough to regain his position after being benched in favor of Kai Havertz because he frequently appears lost in the Blues system. It surely did not help that he gave a poorly timed interview in December in which he criticized Tuchel's tactics and expressed a desire to go back to Italy. Even if Lukaku's narrative at Chelsea is far from over, there is a sense that the striker's window of opportunity to prove he belongs in the Premier League is closing. Maybe the addition of Haaland will give the 28-year-old new energy and inspire him to surpass the Norwegian next season in scoring. Antoine Griezmann will cost Barcelona £107 million. Simply said, this deal has been a mistake that has caused sorrow on all parties from the very beginning. Barcelona overestimated Griezmann's ability to contribute on a team that was led by Lionel Messi. And given that the Frenchman was 29 when they bought him, they surely should have anticipated that. Prior to making a 2-year loan back to Atletico, he scored just 35 goals in 120 games. The club's reckless transfer policy is evident from the fact that Barcelona was willing to allow Griezmann to return to Atletico Madrid without charging a price. Griezmann is attempting to revive his career, albeit with some resistance from unforgiving supporters, as his £200,000 per week salary were burdening the club as they desperately tried to trim their pay bill last summer. Barcelona is once again included on this list during a spending spree that is just exceptional. Liverpool bartered for the highest sum ever paid by a British club, and as a result, came out on top. While Coutinho was a player that Barcelona signed, it was immediately apparent that having Messi in the lineup would make it difficult for him to perform. Due to his injury history and lack of consistency, Ernesto Valverde and Quique Setién, the coaches for Barcelona, decided to sit him out. Eventually, Coutinho lost his status as a potential Messi replacement and more of an impact sub. Although Barca sold him to Bayern Munich, the Brazilian was unable to land a long-term position. Aston Villa took the risk and appear likely to complete a £20 million transfer this summer despite many attempts to flog the playmaker back to the Premier League. This just serves to highlight the Catalan giants' extreme financial ignorance as they suffer a significant loss on the playmaker. Please click the subscribe button to show your support for the channel, bro. Many thanks.